Good afternoon and welcome. We're here for the 4 p.m. It's approaching. Lovely backdrop here. I've just noticed I'm looking a bit rosy red. It's beautifully and warm here as well. A little less like the temperatures that Bex is experiencing where she is. Is she coming home today or is it tomorrow? I'm not sure, I can't remember. Anyway, I'm at the chapel. I'm at my brother's renovated chapel and it is a beauty. If you've seen the welcome message, you will probably be thinking that as well. So I'm in the treatment room. I've hijacked the treatment room as my location for today's movement snack. I shall give you a pan around in a moment, but just for now, look, there's the walk-in baptism font that has now been remodelled as a jacuzzi bath. So there's the corner in which I'm going to be doing the movement snack from. There's the jacuzzi bath, and just coming around, double doors, and here's where all the treatments take place that my sister-in-law so expertly does. Not bad, eh? Margaret Wood, Maddie and George are in. It's not bad, is it? Have a look at the pre-message, George, in there. You'll see what a beautifulness has been created from an empty old chapel that was very unloved and not been used for about, I don't know, 6 or 8 years, something like that. So it's still work in progress. As you can see, there's some finishing touches in small areas that is needed. But here we go. This is the cubby hole that was found behind where one of those super heavy plaques was. This is, if we just track around here, that's where one of the plaques was, and that's what they found behind it in a time capsule way. Sorry about all the moving around and the panning around. It might make you feel a bit oof. So yeah, a time capsule was found, and it had Sunday school posters advertising Sunday school from something like 1901 for when this was up and running in the village. Afternoon, Anita. O'Deal's here. Looking good. It is, it's beautiful here. I might just stay. Anyway, it's 1 minute to 4. Come on, roll up. Who wants a bit of sway and stretch? Oh, thinking of sway and stretch, I haven't actually thought about the routine. It's coming to me. I've just been modelling some different positions of massage, of being massaged, that are going to go on to my sister-in-law's website as well. Right, it is 3, 2, 1 time. Afternoon, Carol and O'Deal. Vivian and Paul have just arrived as well. Right, here we are then. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon and welcome. You're with me, Kelsey Leverton, for today's Sway and Stretch at 4 p.m. And it is just that time. And today it is I'm going to go for the 14th. Sunday the 14th of January 2024. Right, let me just bring you round a bit. That's what I'm going to sit on. And so take up your seated or standing positions. Make sure you've got access to some external support wherever you are. That might be in front of you or to the sides of you. And start pedaling the legs. Now I'm going to have to watch that ledge on time, else there could be a spludush in the water. But I think I quite might enjoy that actually. Picking up the knees into a steady march. And if you are in seated, do all of those things, but have Make sure you've taken some hip walks forwards first. Marching away, pedalling away, and then arm swings can be introduced. Both arms together if you want to just get straight stuck in, or one arm at a time if you do need to keep some touch down on your external support. It's up to you entirely. Breathing steadily, moving steadily, feeling steady on our feet. Keep going. 3 minutes or so should just give us a sufficient enough warm up, increase a bit of body temperature, get the blood moving a bit faster around the body, with heart rate just notching up a slight bit as well. It's already warm in here, so I'm not sure if I needed much of a circ boost, but it's good to get things moving. Just keep on going there for a little bit longer, and the same in seated. Come down to a foot pedal if your hips are getting a bit pinched up there. And keep your centre strong to allow these arms and legs to move better around your body. Take a pause there, bring it down to a close and a settle. Just taking a few deep breaths. Shouldn't be huffing and puffing by any stretch after a circulation booster. Now let's have a think. We did a sway, a sway, a sway, a fourth sway and a this, a that, and then back into the sway. I think I've got it. If you want to start a couple of rounds just with arm movements, then have a go at that. So here's the 3 sways and swishes to the side, and then if you remember that L shape, which then turns into an opposite side L shape, and then back into the swish and the swoosh. And then we end up with the L shapes going on to the other side, transferring over, and then we're back again. Now, if you want to get some shifting of weight in for the standing option, an easy side to side shift with the L shape, a step back, and then a reset back as you change sides, and then we're in again. 1, 2, 3, there's the L shape, step back, so it's the low arm and the leg, and then going back in from the top. Small difference in seated. Keep going with that if you're in standing. 3 sways, a step back if you would like, with the L-shape arm. Now in seated, we're going to reach just that bit further away. Further away. And then for the L shape, we did a lifted L shape and then a low level, normal position L shape. And then from the top again. So we've got a longer reach here. There's the L shape into a bit of a back extension and then back to base before you set off again. So just take that a couple more times through. Pause, small pause there. And a final time maybe. Shift the weight, secure the foot behind on the back leg, and take a pause there. Wonderful. Into our stretch routine then. So if you would like to come into seated for the majority of stretches, I normally like to be in seated. Just sits you down a bit, doesn't it? Makes you just have to think less about standing posture, balance perhaps as well. But hands round to the side of your hips or holding back on the chair. Or if you are in standing, you might prefer to hold your wrists or your hands together and squeeze and press. Now as you press your shoulders back and maybe your arms are reaching downwards slightly, we're coming up in the posture and open in the chest. Up in the trunk and open in the chest. Feeling the pulling sensation around the shoulders and into your chest area. Hold it there, just breathe into your stretches to help aid some relaxation and to help that stretch tension just ease off a little bit too. Okay, so the upper side stretch, I'm going to bring a little wheelie chair in so I don't have to kneel down. Hand to the shoulder, lift through the elbow and open up the underarm. Now our hands are reaching across to our head, neck, collar area, maybe a little bit further if your flexibility allows. Sit tall in your trunk, so you're bringing your trunk into the movement and a full reach in action eventually. If that's not great for your shoulder for whatever reason, just hold it there or do a smaller reach in action from there. Are we ready on the other side? Lifting up, sitting tall, high onto your sit bones. Have your feet a little bit wider if you are standing up through the trunk, out through the top of the elbow, that stretch is going. Helping for reaching over, head, hair, styling, brushing, washing, drying, hair drying. I nearly said hoovering then. Probably don't do that with your hair, do you? And then up for an upward reach for top corners, top shelves, curtains that need a tug, washing lines, lofts, loft hatches, and things like that. Right, our leg stretches then. Actually, let's do a quick neck stretch before I yawn out a big yawn. Take your ear to your shoulder. As you do that, you'll feel that come all the way down from the back of your ear across the ridge of your neck and shoulder top as well. How about just bringing the chin towards the chest, but on a bit of a diagonal, so chin towards the collarbone there. That will shift the stretch from the top of your neck to the back of the neck. And release. To the other side then. Press those shoulders down to get a bit more lengthening. We can hold a bit of tension in the neck and shoulders, so this should free some up, along with the Cirque Boost marches that we've done, and along with any shoulder lifts and shoulder rolls, and head turns that you may have done this morning in the 8 a.m. All repeatable and crowbar-inable as well. All right, onto the legs then. Seated back of 5 is next. Let me get that out of the way. Perch on the edge of your chair with the leg long, the posture lifted, and ease into it. So we've got a long straight knee here, leg out, foot relaxed. If you can't get your foot flat on the floor there, don't worry about it. As long as it's not pulled up towards you, all will be well with this stretch, targeting the right area. If the toes are pulled back, your knee might bend and you might just feel it in your calf. Actually, we don't want that. Ease in a bit more if you feel you can. This is the flexibility that we need for stride length and bending and reaching down to the floor, low levels and to our feet. Lift first before you lean into it. Hold that position, really still. Take it a bit further if you can. But no bouncing or jolting, just creeping into the stretch, progressing it by creeping in a bit further and then back out again. Now if you're staying in seated for calf stretching, toes are pulled back towards you, just sit tall. If you're standing, now one thing I'm not going to do is hang the heel off the edge of this. So we'll just do the standard regular calf stretch. Hands on external support, split standing position with all 10 of your toes directly pointing forwards. Have a check, but then come up tall with your posture. Feel a bit of lift and length in your abdomen and out of your hip too. About 20 seconds of hold time in a stretch. You can progress that up to 30 seconds if you really want to, or repeat the stretches again, but always on warmed up muscles. That's when we get the best results from developmental flexibility work. Pulling the toes back, sitting tall, and we're there with the seated option too. Okay, there we have your sway and stretch, along with a bit of circ boost, and a not too bad a backdrop either, eh? Right, thanks for joining me. Few extras in Gillian, Carol, Janet, Susie, hi Susie, Pat and Sue. Thanks for joining us, everybody. All right, that's it for the hosted movement snacks for this week and today. I hope you enjoyed that. And Anita, Gautier, you're going to have to get yourself down here for a treatment. It is lush. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow at some point. Me and Bex are yet to sort out our shifts for tomorrow, but we'll be on the case soon. Someone will be there to meet and greet you at 8, 12 noon, and of course at 4 p.m. Bye for now.